Michael Keaton is back as Beetlejuice. So, does the sequel live up to the original in terms of story? What do you guys think?
I say no.
Maybe.
Maybe. All right, maybe. Why do you say that?
Because I haven't watched the first one.
Okay. Well, there you go. Your opinion doesn't mean much.
If we comparing it to the first one, I kind of preferred the first one plot because I feel like it was more straightforward. It's not necessarily bad, but
I would say that in some ways it does very much live up to the original, but in other ways, not so much. It's a harmless sequel. That's what I would call it, Caution, where it's like, it's a sequel that exists, but it doesn't hurt the original. I mean, you don't watch this sequel and go, oh, man, it ruined the original, nothing like that. It's harmless.
Right, okay.
But at the same time, you could see, man, if y'all cut this out, you could have taken this movie that overall is okay to maybe something a lot better.
I like how it looked, the visual itself, because I like that green looking hue.
He nails Tim Burton knows how to nail visuals. Like you say, the color. There's a lot of that, Caution. I'm 100% with you. He just nails the visual look and feel of it. This is what I'm happy about. He uses a lot of practical effects. He doesn't do any CGI in this. He understands what worked about the original is that everything you saw in that original movie was practical.
And you know what's crazy? A lot of new movies that are being remade or redone, they use a whole bunch of CGI.
And I'm glad that Tim Burton doesn't do that here. He sticks with what worked in the original, practical effects, practical sets, practical characters. And I think that's one of the best elements of this movie. That's what, for me, works the most, that he sticks with what worked in the original. That if anything I appreciate is that he took what worked in that original movie and he brought it back to this. And he did it in a way that I thought was very respectful. All right, on to the cast. Michael Keaton, back as Beetlejuice. I'll be honest, Caution, I was a bit nervous because it's 33 years later. Michael Keaton in his 70s, can he still bring that energy that he had all those decades ago? And it's not quite. Obviously, he's a bit slower, but at the same time, he does bring a lot of the energy there. He still has that. He still has it a bit.
I think he did an amazing job because I just recently watched the first one and then watched the second one back to back. You don't really feel like he lost a step to me. Like, still feel like maybe a little bit slower, like you said, but it felt like he did an amazing job.
He definitely brought a lot of energy to it. He just commanded the screen. He just reminds you why that original performance was so good in the first place. Michael Keaton's a good actor. And he just kind of knocks it out of the park with what he's doing. And also returning, we got Winona Ryder back as Lydia Dietz. She was a gothic teenager. She was 15 years old when she did the original movie. So to go from being a 15-year-old in that to being like a mother now with a kid, that's interesting. I thought she did a pretty good job.
I think she did a pretty solid job. I don't really feel like she aged that much.
I know. It's like Winona Ryder, she's been keeping up with herself. Winona Ryder just looks like Winona Ryder. So, yeah, she's done well. But she's very, very good in this movie. And they even brought back Catherine O'Hara as Delia Dietz. She's actually pretty good. I mean, again, she hasn't lost a step. She's still got it. But that's really our main cast. But overall, I think the main returning characters, obviously Michael Keaton, Winona Ryder, Catherine O'Hara, I thought they all did a fantastic job. And they, as Cairo pointed out, it was a return to form for all of them. They did a great job. And for me, my favorite character of the new cast is clearly Jenna Ortega. I thought she, you would think after playing this kind of more robotic character, this kind of Wednesday doesn't show much emotion, so to have her in this to kind of be dealing with some of the stuff she's dealing with, like themes of loss and death, it is kind of amazing.
Yeah, she did pretty great.
Justin Theroux plays Rory. This is one of the first characters I just didn't care for. I like Justin, but I just did not care for this character. I'm not going to lie to you.
He didn't really feel needed.
And I just didn't think that the humor they were doing with him worked. I almost wish that they had went in a different direction with him. I almost wanted them to make his character a bit almost villainous.
Yeah, it would have been a little bit better, but
they kind of play him in a bit of a jokey way. yeah, it just he was one of the first characters that didn't work for me, and unfortunately, the second character is Monica Bellucci as Dolores. I just felt like they could have cut that character completely out of this movie, and you just wouldn't have lost anything.
Yeah, that's what they should have did. Like, I felt like it was unnecessary.
The thing that frustrated to me, Cairo, is that they set it up really, really well. You know, they have this whole joke in the original movie about Beetlejuice taking out a ring with the finger on it and saying, oh, you know, he's talking about his ex-wife. Oh, she means nothing to me. He says that in the original movie. So I'm thinking, oh, okay, this build-up. You know, when they introduce her character. Well, maybe something's... And then you watch the movie and you go, you know what? Maybe I should have just left that plot in the 80s.
Yeah.
I didn't do anything with that. It's like, there's a better villain in this movie. This character overshadows her, at least in my opinion. At least initially, because this character posed a far bigger threat.
Yeah, make you wish they would have went in another direction, at least with their main plot line. It's like, because you can see the potential that the other plot lines have.
You definitely can.
But overall, I think I'm not gonna say it seemed like a cool movie. It's not bad, it's not great. To me, it's just okay.
All right. Overall, what score do we want to give this movie? What score do we want to give it?
6.5 out of 10.
Yeah, I'm right along with you. I go slightly higher. I say 7 out of 10 because overall, while I did have fun time with the movie. There's some pretty solid parts, but there's also a lot of unnecessary scenes, unnecessary characters that kind of brought it a bit down for me. But where it excels at is Michael Keaton. He knocks it out of the park. He's for me the reason. Him and Winona Ryder and the main cast, they're the reason to go see this movie because I thought all of them did a terrific job. But we're gonna leave it to you guys. Overall,
what you guys think we should improve on? What type of content would you like to see from us in the future? We'll love you guys' feedback and like and subscribe.
Check out our next video.